it's Ali here. I wonder if you can hear me. I hope so. If you're there and you're live, I'd love it if you could send me a thumbs up or some hearts or something. Just let me know that you can hear me okay. So I thought today I would love to come onto Facebook and into our group and to talk about something I've not talked about before, and that is my own weight loss journey. So, hi Robbie, nice to see you there. Um, so my weight loss journey, and it's really gone on for about the last 6 months or so. So, I was doing some market research last December, and about, I would say, 80% of the women that I interviewed for the market research said that they felt they put on quite a lot of weight over the last few years, and it was something they didn't really feel very good about. And it was something that I also recognized in myself. And then I did some online research, and what I learned from that was doctors are saying that statistically, two-thirds of women in midlife, and they say midlife is 40 to 59, but we know that midlife is a very loose term in itself, are overweight, and that each year, generally, women tend to put on a pound and a half. So as the years progress, more and more weight starts to build up. And I know that was true about me, for sure. Um, and we also know that when we put on extra pounds, extra weight, that there are some health risks that are associated with that. So higher blood pressure, possibly diabetes, um, heart disease, which is a really common problem that lots of people, especially women, have, and obviously various cancers as well. Now, I'm not body shaming anybody. I'm absolutely not about that. But what I am about is just being really honest with you. And I felt like it was something I really wanted to talk to you about, which was my own personal journey. So, going back to October of last year, I was invited to a fantastic wedding in Italy. It was my friend Kate's wedding, and I was very excited about going. And I took a pair of ivory trousers and a really lovely top that I was going to wear. But I must admit, I didn't try the trousers on. So I get out there, and the day of the wedding, I'm getting ready, get the trousers, pull the trousers up, and I was like, oh my God, I can't get the trousers up. It was like, oh no, I'm so silly. I should have planned this. So I was okay because I had another pair of navy blue trousers, and I thought, perfect, I shall just pop those on and nobody needs to know, except I'm telling you now. So yes, so fortunately I had my backup, so that was all right. And then in January, was thinking, crikey, I've eaten quite a lot of food over Christmas, and I could really feel the weight had gone on. I noticed that my knickers felt a bit tight. I didn't feel good about that. And I was thinking, oh, I'm going to have to go out there and I'm going to have to go and buy some new clothes. That's it. I need to go up a size. But to be honest, it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. It was more a case of thinking, I'm just going to have to get on with it. I'm just going to have to do that and go up another size. Um, but then I thought, well, do you know what? Actually, I know that since I've moved to Devon, I am living now in the land of the cream teas. And I have been partaking of many of those cream teas, I'll be honest with you. And I thought I just need to cut back. I need to start sort of really being a bit more conscious about what I'm popping in that cake hole of mine. So I don't know if any of this is resonating with you. um, I also didn't like the way I was looking in some photographs as well. I could sort of see there were quite a few chins going on, and I was thinking, don't really want to be collecting any more of those, thank you very much. And I was also concerned about the health risks because, especially for me, because my body's got rheumatoid arthritis, and I know that carrying extra weight around is just not good. It's not good for anybody, but it's definitely not good for somebody in my situation because you're putting extra weight on your back and on all your weight-bearing joints. And so I knew that that was something I didn't want to I need to do something about, basically. So I decided to set myself a goal, and my goal was a stone. I thought, I'm going to lose a stone. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to aim for it to take 6 months. And then I thought, well, okay, so how am I going to lose a stone? What do I actually need to do? And to be honest, I'd never been on a diet before, so I didn't really know. I know you have to eat less, but I wasn't really quite sure. Do I cut out fats? Do I cut out carbohydrates? Is it just that I have smaller portions? I just wasn't really sure what was the best way for me to go about it and what would be the healthiest way for me to go about it. Um, I also thought that accountability was really important. And for those of you who've been in any of my groups, you know that accountability really helps, doesn't it? When we're all cheering for each other and, we want to have success for each other, it really helps. And I thought, well, that's going to definitely help me to stick to my goal. So I thought, I'm going to go off to Slimming World. And that's what I did. And being fairly new to this area, I don't have lots and lots of friends down here. I've got quite a few, but I thought this would be a great way for me to meet more people as well. So I signed up at my local Slimming World, and joined there just at the end of January. And they're a really, really friendly bunch of people, all different ages. There were sort of teenagers right through to, people in their retirement, men and women, some very thin, some not so, thin. Basically, a real smorgasbord of gorgeous people were there. So I felt very comfortable. So that was good. And I knew then that I'd found my group, because I think if you don't want to go, then you're not going to carry on with the diet. At least that's what I figured. So that was important to me. So what they did is, rather than show me how to diet, they just showed me how to adapt to my diet for my lifestyle. And I don't know if you've ever done Slimming World, and I'm certainly not, I'm not an affiliate of Slimming World or anything, but I do think it works. I never felt hungry, and I learned how to optimize my food. So I was eating more fruit and vegetables. There were certain types that were particularly good for you to eat, and cutting out of processed food and making sure that you up your proteins. So yes, it was really good, and it was good, and it was fun, and I quite enjoyed keeping a food diary so I could actually see what I was eating. Um, and that, yeah, that really helped. And then going along each week and, being weighed, wondering, "Ooh, have I lost this week, or have I gained, or have I maintained?" It felt a bit like a game, to be honest, because it's a bit like, you know playing snakes and ladders or something. You're never quite sure till you get on the scales what's going to happen, because our bodies are doing different things as well internally. So the results might not just reflect what you've eaten. It might reflect, the water that you've drunk, and you're carrying. So what did I gain? Well, I definitely gained a new peer group, which was really good. Really enjoyed that. And having that accountability without judgment, that was absolutely needed, for sure. And as I said, being part of a group that encourages is really important. And yeah, just choosing more, choosing ahead. So if I was going out for dinner, for instance, I would choose what I was going to have. I'd look at the menu online, and I would choose what I was going to eat, so that I didn't get there and they just shovel in a load of chips and things, but actually think, right, I'm going to have a really nice salad, and decide what I was going to have to drink, and pre-planning and thinking about the meals in the week that I was going to have as well, and cooking in batches, so that I had, which is something I've always done actually, but making sure that I've got lots of healthy food at home. Um, and now, well, the good news is, what I wanted to tell you was that I gradually started to notice that the pounds had definitely started to drop off. And in fact, I've lost a stone and a half, and that's since the last week of January that I joined. So I'm not actively trying to lose weight now, but I tell you what, I've gone from feeling a bit fed up about my weight to feeling a lot more fabulous. I think I've lost a few chins along the way, so that's really good. And I've been able to go out and buy clothes with confidence that I know I'm going to be able to wear. So that's really good as well. Um, and I've also decided that I'm going to keep going to Slimming World as well, because it's all about sort of paying back, isn't it? So those women and men that encouraged me to lose weight, I want to do that for the people that are coming through again now. So that's really important. So I'm going to keep going to my group because that's fun. And I wanted to talk to you about my own health benefits of losing some pounds. Um, I have had high blood pressure for quite a while, and well, for years actually. Um, but I had it checked recently. Well, it was when I was in hospital when I was really ill with sepsis. And actually, the blood pressure tablets that I was taking were way too high for what I needed. So I believe that losing weight has definitely helped my blood pressure, and now I just take a minuscule amount every day. So that's really good. Um, and also, one of the biggest joys for me, apart from buying clothes, is I have stopped taking so many paracetamol. So, like I said, because of having, arthritis, and I've got, although my joints are not active at the moment, I have a lot of wear and tear with my joints from the disease over the years. So I still get a lot of pain. Um, but having lost a stone and a half, my body is not having to, carry that around anymore. And so I've noticed that rather than popping painkillers every 4 hours round the clock, pretty much, I'm just not. So that is amazing, absolutely amazing. So definitely a huge health benefit for me. And so I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about your weight? Have you noticed that you've been, putting on pounds over the last few years? Because, you know, as I said at the beginning, statistically, we are in this sort of middle bracket, midlife. We are generally putting on about a pound and a half a year. So it does start to mount up. Is that something you've noticed? And I wonder how you feel about that. Does it get you down? Are you okay with it? Do you still feel super sexy? Um, or have you noticed that your knickers are getting a bit too tight, like I did? Um, how does it affect you day to day? How does it affect your self-esteem? I wonder about that. And have you got any health concerns, as I did? Does that bother you? Does that worry you at all? I wonder. So, I would love to hear from you. So, if you're watching live, fantastic, brilliant. Share with me sort of how you're doing. And if you're watching the replay, then I would love you to put something in the box below and let me know what your story is with your health. So I'm just going to put my glasses on because I can't actually see what's on the screen. That's another mid-age thing, isn't it? Oh, so we had Alison Marlowe. Hi, Alison. I don't know if you're still there now. And Janine. Hi, Janine. And Tracy. And Emma. Fabulous. So lots of love to you all. So I would love to hear, let me take that off again because otherwise I can't. So I would love to know what you think about that, and I would love to know about your own journey. So lots of love, everybody. Bye for now.